We saying, people? Hope you're all good, man. Welcome back to the channel. I am finished right now. The camera is finished. I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm back. And by the way, I will be getting a camera. That camera's getting on my nerves. I have a mad cold, but there was no way I was not speaking to the people on the channel because we spoke the other day. Yeah, it was a very interesting chat with Olu and that. So today, after the facts, it's good to talk football in a normal, objective sense. Talk about how the game went. See how you guys are doing over the weekend. Hope you guys are all good. I'm okay. I'm a bit ill, but we move. Do you get me? Be got Olu in the background, probably fresh from work. Be got Jay fresh from uni as well. Do you get it? So make sure you support everybody you see in the channel. Be got Don that might redirect over, so you get a lot of people in here. So like the video, subscribe. And today, I'll try and read out your comments and whatnot, and we can get into a conversation, man. But yeah, we'll see how you lot are doing. Be out everyone who's here early as well, man. So be out you, man, here early. Be out Stephen Michaels and everything like that. Be out Olu and Jay here on time, as I'd expect. Very, very weird circumstances because obviously the draw wasn't great. How you guys doing anyway?
I'm not too bad, man. I got back late yesterday. Like, I went to the game. The train took me to get back from Brighton from London. It took me 3 hours on the train, so I'm tired. I didn't get back in late. But with the actual game itself, I'm in such a weird space of it. I don't actually know how to feel. I'm just not upset about it. I'm not like fuming about it. I just think like we had 11 men on that pitch. We would have won. We would have beat these lot, man. And
we will never know.
But we'll never. But
I guess we'll never know.
I am proud of the way that we defended. Like, we had 10 men for a long period of that game, for an hour, and we kept them at bay. To get the goal as well, we were 1-0 up at one point in that game with 10 men. And yes, they got the goal back, but I still thought we played okay. Like, a point is better for us than it is for them, put it that way. And we're still. Yeah.
I'm good, man. Yeah, good day so far. The game. Do you want to talk about the game yet, or just do you want to do pleasant?
No, I want to see how he was. Housekeeping and that.
I'm good. I'm good. Nothing too major, man.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, the game you'd be disappointed a little bit. But Ashraf, long time on the channel. I wouldn't shut you, Ashraf, yeah, because we used to speak. I wouldn't say every day, actually, generous, but we speak at least once a week on different platforms. But I feel like since then, life's life, innit? So it's been a whole year later. But I see Ashraf, he's working with Mo and stuff, and I like his takes. I thought, let me shout Ashraf. Get him on 15 minutes. So be Ashraf for joining. I'll message you about your channels. I'll put down below. Be for the redirects as well for Don. So be everyone in the building who's joining. So Ashraf, how are you feeling as well, man? How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man. It's a public holiday here where I am, so I managed to, calm down from yesterday and relax a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It's honestly, it's fine.
Well, let's get into it, man. Enough waffle from me. Listen, very interesting game. A lot of dynamic. I think dynamics is the key word because I feel like whatever way you want to look at it, it could be spun positive and negative for both teams, right? So I'll lay the platform. You guys can discuss what you think about what I say. But I think, from Arsenal's point of view, you could view this game as a tick box. You get a draw, you move on. In the heat of the moment, you probably won't to win because of circumstances. Maybe from a Chelsea point of view, you would say you don't deserve to win because we're still a good team despite being 10 men. But other people would say 10 men, you should objectively try and win the game. So from that point of view, you could be upset. But overall, does it derail your season? Probably not. We'll see over the next 2 games. For Chelsea, opportunity missed because I think with Caicedo on the pitch, we had a stronger chance of winning the game. It's not guaranteed, but the way the game was going. But Arsenal have shown they can come back in second half. So have Chelsea, so we would never know. But also, to be 10 men down, to not deflate like we saw against Brighton.
One man down. You're down 1 man, not 10 men.
Oh, yeah, let's say 10. 10 man on the pitch. My bad. With 10 man on the pitch, you can
that would have been a disappointing draw.
Yeah, that would have been a mad draw, isn't it? 1 versus 11. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to get a draw in the end was a heroic's too big of a word, isn't it? It's more like it's a good performance, isn't it? You showed fight.
Yeah. Can I say something? Can I just jump
in? Yeah, now you guys can learn it.
And Ashraf, you would recognize this, I believe. Do you know what this reminds me of? You remember when we played Man City? We lost that game. But it was the 2-1 when we battled, and I think it was Rodri who scored in the last minute. And every Arsenal fan came and said, Jesus Christ, finally we fought against Man City. We felt like there was something new that was happening. Honestly, the parallel seeing how Chelsea fans have reacted to the game are there. I.e., I wouldn't say Chelsea have had an inferiority complex, but for the past couple of years, you guys have been in the dumps, right? The 12th place under,
and yet we still won more
Wait,
trophies.
yeah, I'm not. Again, this isn't a shot. This isn't a shot. I'm trying to show the parallels,
Yeah.
basically, right? Like, because again, when we finished 8th, we won a trophy as well. I mean, I'm saying the parallels are there in terms of like where Chelsea were and sort of where you guys have been growing with that team, and like this game. And it's funny because I think when you think about it, you guys beat Liverpool this at the start of the season, right? But this game felt even more as a sort of statement of actually Chelsea are here, and maybe. I mean, a lot of it's down to obviously the circumstances you guys were put into. I came on Friday and I said to Chelsea, I was like, this is going to be a difficult game. Like, I could just see Chelsea beating us. And it played out kind of what I expected. The only thing I'll say from a Chelsea standpoint is your player, Caicedo got too emotional.
Yeah.
Way too emotional. And like, for someone who's played enough games, I think he killed the spectacle. Oh, he killed the potential spectacle of what 11 versus.
Hey, Ollie, at least I was watching my boys, yeah. And Jay, I don't know about you because Jay was at the game. He was at the game.
I was at the game, yeah.
Watching my boys, yeah. And he's busy in it, and like everyone's enjoying the game. First 40 minutes, we were doing well, but it wasn't like guys were out of it. And then he gets the red card. I think everyone thought it's going to ruin the game. Chelsea can sit back.
100%.
Yeah,
no,
like even Arsenal,
we just thought
it's a chance to get on the ball, bring on some subs at half time, and really kill the game off. Chelsea can't get a win. We can get 9 points clear. So go on. It's true, isn't it? Like,
yeah, no, it's just everyone around me were just like, oh, and that's it, game done. That's why like to come away with a point. I was really surprised and quite like, is happy the right word? Like satisfied with it, because we could have easily lost that game if Arsenal were on their game. We could have easily lost that game. I knew Cole, and also I knew Cole Palmer wasn't going to come on after that as well, because you can't really bring him on in a game like that. But no, listen, it was stupid from Caicedo. Let's have it right. And listen, that's one mistake doesn't tell the story of the whole season. He's been brilliant this season. But yeah, moment of stupidity, and he's going to be out for 3 games as well, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know, Ashraf. I don't know what you think about in terms of the. Do you think it was overhyped from Caicedo on that individual moment? Do you think he was too rash? Do you think he got to the heat of the moment narratives? Do you think it's that? Do you think it's that block?
Look, I think he was emotionally charged, but I do think majority of the times that's what makes Caicedo, right? Because he's passionate, he's emotional, he likes to put in tackles, he likes to get into everyone's faces and take those risky tackles as well. And look, 9 times out of 10 he wins the ball when he does some of those risky tackles. Unfortunately for him, that was the 1 time out of 10 in a big game where it didn't come off. I don't think he went in to try and harm Moreno. I think he generally thought he could win the ball, and it just didn't work out for him. Was it rash? Probably, especially given that the game was at 30 minutes. It wasn't like it was in a dangerous position where he had to win the ball back. He could have like calmed down a bit in that moment alone. And I agree with you. I think had he been on the pitch still, I think I'm not going to say you definitely would have won, but your chances would have definitely been more. Especially given the way you guys started the game.
You know why we're saying this though? Because that's what people might think. Because we all understand football on this panel. We're not just saying this blanket. What we're saying is the game can change at half time, right? So we're not saying you would have won the game 2-3-0. But the point is, the way the game was going and feeling, it just seemed like Chelsea was on it, where I don't think Arsenal could have done very much to get a win.
It's like
correct.
Like, could we imagine Arsenal winning that game with Caicedo on the pitch? I probably would say no.
No, they can't, because they weren't. That wasn't the same Arsenal.
Games go that way. That's one game you knew it was going to be a tough game. You didn't need to see the end result.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it could have been a repetition of the game from 2 years ago when you led 2-0, you were all over us, and then one like glimmer of hope from Sanchez, but when Rice scored that goal, gave us hope, and then we took over in the last 15 minutes and we got the equalizer. Exactly. I think it would have been like that. So I'm not going to say definitely we would have not had a chance of coming back, but the probability is you guys could have gone on and won the game. And especially when the guy who went out is not like a passenger. He's one of the best, if not the best DM in the league. So I think it definitely impacted you guys. I don't know if it'll impact us in the long run, but it was definitely in the context.
I'll say this as well. Anthony Taylor didn't do you guys any favor. And I don't mean by the red card. I mean by the first challenge Caicedo made. He should have gone and just said, "Hey, calm it down."
Yeah,
Right?
he should have. He should have. Yeah.
Because he didn't do that. And then after that challenge was the yellow card to Mendy. So all of a sudden it was like, right, you could just see it. It's spiraling. Little things were happening where people were just getting yellow cards very easily, right? There was one challenge, yellow card. So the minute that happens, and again, he pulled out a yellow card, funny enough, like, and then VAR obviously made it into red card. But I think he did a poor job in terms of noticing what's happening in the game and saying, okay, guys, just take 5 minutes, guys, calm down. I don't want to give any yellow cards. So I think that would have helped. But I mean, going back to the game, yeah, I mean, we were shit, to be honest.
Well, I wouldn't even say you were shit. I'd just say it just wasn't the same Arsenal that battered Bayern Munich, couldn't it?
Yeah, but
Like,
I think it was our worst performance.
You had
of
an
the season.
opportunity with a 10-man Chelsea to go 9 points clear, and you just didn't take it. That's where the frustration comes
Yeah,
from.
it was our
Yeah,
worst
but-
performance of the season. There's not a
but
single
Arsenal-
game.
I wanna know
no,
why,
no,
though, 'cause
Ashraf,
obviously-
Ashraf, I disagree. Man United,
Ollie, let's
Man
get
United was
deeper
worse.
into it because
Man
like,
United, the first game was worse. We had one chance.
But we had
for the
chances
goal.
against United,
yeah,
though.
Nah,
to
it
be
was-
fair,
no,
against
we were
United, your chances,
worse.
to be fair.
At least yesterday, like in the second half, even though it didn't feel like we were going to score, we were in control of the game. That United game, we had
Ollie, you think you
zero
were better
control.
yesterday than the first game?
Oh, the United game. If you go back and watch it, we were terrible.
I disagree.
I
Looks like
thought
you
so.
were
I
worse, yeah.
I think it was yesterday.
Bro,
'Cause I
I
watched
think
it,
when you
I
look
wa-
at when
I
you look
watched
at the
all the
fact that
game.
it was when you look at the fact that we played against 10 men yesterday versus 11 against United, if it was the first game of the season, both teams are nervous. They had new attackers who wanted to show up, and I think we had a couple of chances to score. Obviously, not as much as we'd like to. And then you compare it to yesterday when we played against 10 men and barely created opportunities. Obviously, Saka did well for setting up the goal, and Moreno did well to finish it. But outside that, we didn't have any other clear-cut chances
We did,
against
we did.
10 men.
We did.
Which
we had
one?
the
The
we had the
Moreno shot,
Martinelli-
that's it.
No, we had the Martinelli shot. Moreno had a shot as well. It was Gyökeres.
Yeah,
And then
but
the
those
header-
shots, I wouldn't say
and-
they're
sorry,
clear-cut
and-
chances, are they?
And the header in the last minute. I mean, Timber
From
is
Timber,
1 inch
yeah.
shorter, and Gyökeres hits it. It's a different narrative. I mean, I'm saying if you go back to United
Yeah.
game, we had we had a goal from Calafiori, and that was it. That was literally it. There was no other chance that you can go with a glaring chance. But I think the reality is
There was the Madueke
Chelsea-
chance at the end, by the way.
Yeah, okay, fair. But I think Chelsea, like, it's just one of those sort of like knuckle down, like batten up the hatches and just rough them up. And that's what you guys did. I mean, I was impressed, to be honest. I was impressed by what Chelsea did because it's not often you go down to 10 men and you look like, you know what, we're still in the game. It felt like it was 11v11.
Yeah, Ollie, it was so crazy. I don't know if you guys saw it before we get into the why you were bad, but there was a counter attack. We had 4 players on. Like Chelsea weren't sitting back. There's this misconception we sat back and we were dogged and we got like mud on our clothes. That didn't happen, bro. It wasn't that deep. You guys didn't create that much for us to sit back,
No.
to be honest.
It felt like
Like,
11v11.
People kind of rewriting the game a bit. They're acting like the game was like, it was rough, but it wasn't. It was competitive. I wouldn't say it was rough and dogged. It was just a few challenges here and there. The ref probably should have let play or played on. We gave yellows for some reason. And I don't think either team created clear-cut chances. Like, it was more of a game of like competitive edge. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, tactics were spot on for both teams to a certain degree. I just don't know what happened to Arsenal. So I want to ask you guys why, because that's just got to go soon. Why is it always happening when you play Chelsea? It's your worst game. Because I remember this last year, Jay and Andrew will tell you, Arsenal fans were saying the exact same thing. I think Jay and Andrew remember. I remember last year, Ashraf Olu, I was speaking to Arsenal fans who were like, oh, it's our worst game in the season so far. Do you remember that? In the same ground.
You mean the 1-1 draw?
Both
The
of them,
1-1
both
draw.
of them, even the 2-2.
The 2-2 for sure was our worst game. We played like
the
garbage that
1-1
game.
last season wasn't that bad.
1-1,
No, we
I
played
don't think
well.
was bad at all. I thought we played
Yeah, the
1-1.
2-2
Did
played
really
well.
well in the 1-1.
We
Yeah,
played well in the
bro,
1-1.
you-
2-2, we
you have
should
to
have won
remember-
with Sanchez.
You have to remember, if it wasn't for the just before the 1-1 we had lost to Newcastle 1-0, that was a really shit performance. We didn't even we barely had a shot on goal. So for me, like when I remember how we played in the 1-1, we took the lead. Obviously, Pedro Neto scored a good equalizer later, and we missed the sitter at the end as well. I actually think we played well, given that it's away from home. But I will add to what Olu said. I think, and I agree with the example he gave when we lost to City 2-1 when we had the red card and the parallels, because the reality is, I think if we played this 10-man Chelsea 2 seasons ago, we win. If we played this 10-man Chelsea last season, probably we'd win. I think there's definitely a lot of growth and improvement. I think the players, have developed well, including players who are under heavy criticism by Chelsea fans and rivals, like your Chalobahs, like your Wesley Fofanas, who obviously was criticized for not staying fit. Like everyone has really like leveled up in their game. Pedro Neto as well. I know maybe yesterday was not his best game, but overall in the course of the season, I remember him being called a flop in some aspects last season. He's been doing quite well and playing
Yeah,
his
exactly.
part, which is the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
important thing. So
Yeah,
you can
I
see the
still-
experience and the growth. I still don't think you win the league this season, but I think
Andrew,
you're
on mute,
building
if
towards
you wanna
something
speak.
amazing.
Come on, Andrew. Can't hear you.
So I feel robbed, Chaz. I'll tell you why I feel robbed. Not that
Go on.
not by the ref or by any like dodgy decisions. I feel robbed by Caicedo because I don't know if we win 11 versus 11, but I was robbed of the opportunity to see if we
Yeah.
could beat them with 11
Exactly,
versus 11.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I'm not hyping up a draw. I think the performance was good with 10 men. I've no problem with that, but I just wanted to see what 11 versus 11, what we could do. Because although we didn't have like really clear cut chances, we were pressing them. It was sort of reminding me of the Sunderland game when Sunderland pressed them in that first half, especially, and Arsenal weren't allowed to settle like in that game like they were yesterday. We didn't allow them to
out,
settle.
misplacing passes, everything.
Yeah, and I'm just a missed opportunity. That's all. Do you know what I mean? It was great performance afterwards. Like 10 men, you wouldn't know we were down to 10 men. Do you know what I mean? But I just another missed opportunity to lay more of a marker down. Do you know what I mean? Because we caught them on a off day. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't see. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say this, right? You played us well. I'm not gonna say an off day because I think that diminishes what Chelsea did yesterday.
All right, no, okay, that's fair.
I think you guys turned up, you played well, and for whatever reason, like that rattled us. We didn't get into our groove. And I think it's more of a case you guys got us out of our groove than us not being able to get into our groove. Because I always said
I
this.
think that's fair.
Because I said
I'll add.
I was going to say on Friday,
I think
said
one. Sorry, go ahead,
Arsenal,
Olu.
I was going to say Arsenal get into a flow state where things would just happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's what we're referring to
guys
for the
did
game.
not-
Remember,
Yeah.
because like before the game, actually, for context, yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans. I know you definitely didn't say it because you're very objective, but a lot of Arsenal fans were sort of alluding to the fact that if they do their thing, there's nothing we can do. So obviously now it's very ironic that we're saying that like Chelsea actually made Arsenal. They disrupted their flow state. If you guys watch anime, or watch these superhero movies, once someone gets into character, you can't stop these certain guys. If you watch Demon
They're in the
Slayer,
zone.
once that guy does his thing, it's rap. So if you know, you know, innit? If you know, you know. So it's rap. So Ashraf, that's why it's good as a Chelsea fan to hear that because I don't think it was a
Bro,
case of.
I think
Like,
anyone who thought this was gonna be like a walk in the park was just being deluded. Oh, they were trying to do tribalism kind of thing.
Yeah.
Big up Hooks. If he was doing it as well, then he's just trying to be tribalistic.
He
I
said we
predicted a
wouldn't get a
1-1.
shot on target. He said we wouldn't get a shot
That's
on
mad.
target.
I predicted a 1-1 draw even before any context or anything because,
Yeah.
and I said this a month ago. I said,
there were some Arsenal fans that said they'd win by 3. I won't mention
yeah,
names,
that's
but
mad.
there
I
were
mean,
some-
that means those guys. I'll tell you who those guys are. Those are guys who only watch Arsenal week in, week out and know nothing about the other teams. They have no idea what's happening with other teams, who's starting, who's playing, who's injured, who's not. Bro, a month ago, I said when we play Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea, I think we'll beat Spurs, we'll beat Bayern, and we'll draw to Chelsea. This is a month ago, right? When we're still top of the world, October, defensive clean sheet record, and all that kind of stuff. There is one thing I want to say about yesterday, though. I feel there is one player, because I was looking forward to the Kukurea-Saka battle, and in my opinion, I feel, even though Saka didn't have his best game, I think Saka won that because he got an assist. He kind of got him a yellow card early on, which I don't think should have been given that early, but it is what it is. Anthony Taylor was giving yellow cards like crazy. He was doing well to get past Kukurea or to at least get fouled by Kukurea. I think there's one player, if he wasn't available for you guys yesterday, I think we gone and win, and that's Reece James. This guy yesterday decided to have his best game of his life that I've seen him play, probably even better than the Champions League final. Yeah, exactly. A game where there's Rice, Caicedo, Enzo, Zubimendi, and somehow he comes out as like a level above everyone else. I think he completely neutralized all our attacks. I think even the way he was building and getting past our players was fantastic. Like, generally, the one time Skelly ran past him, he fouled Skelly tactically. Yes, gave away a foul, and we did nothing with that foul anyways. This guy was mentally yesterday, and I think if he wasn't there,
didn't that Ashraf for Rollo? Because basically for like 60 minutes, you were only playing Enzo and Reece in midfield. Do you know what I mean? Did that not shock you that you weren't able to get your numerical advantage on
Yeah,
that
what was the
game. You know what I mean?
tactics?
It's
I
like
don't get it.
you would have thought, okay, we're only playing because we didn't like we played like basically a 4-4-1.
So
that second
we
half,
lost.
you know what I mean?
We lost our numerical advantage because Eze decided not to show up yesterday.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It was like
No,
he felt like
Oh,
it didn't work out. I
Yeah.
was saying basically he was still celebrating his hat trick at Emirates Stadium. That's the problem. So I think you saw there was more control into the game when Odegaard came on, right? Because I think Eze just did not.
Yeah.
He was not in the game at all. So in a way, it sort of neutralized that. To be honest, like again, Reece James to be able to have hamstring injuries, be a traditional right back, and to move into midfield, and then play against what is one of the hardest running players in Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, who's a quality sort of player as well, and to be essentially the best on that just shows the quality the guy has. And
But that's what they think Trent Alexander-Arnold could do. All these people that think that if you put Trent in midfield,
Yeah, he
That's
cannot
what
play
Trent
midfield
did.
that same
You
way.
know what?
Because he doesn't
No,
win the
that's
ball
what they
back.
think. That's what they think. That's what they think he could do. That's what they'll say because Trent's got the passing and stuff like that. I just think I was shocked because I thought at halftime he was going to bring on Santos. I thought Maresca was going to bring on Santos and shore up the midfield a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Just like block you off and try and get the point and stuff like that. And I also thought he did it against. I know it's the first time he did it against Spurs, but he left 3 of our players up, even at corners, your guys' corners. So that means that you guys had to keep more players back near the halfway line. And if you notice that, that's less players in the box, which means it's easier for the goalkeeper to come out and claim the cross. Do you know what I mean?
Less
It's like,
crowded,
that's
basically.
You know what it is as well?
don't do that when Gabriel's there, though. Don't do that when Gabriel's there. That's a
Luckily he
dangerous.
wasn't
Oh
there,
yeah,
innit?
You know these games, right? I'm glad. I don't know if Ches or Andrew, you noticed this at the start of the season. What Chelsea fans were saying, there was this myth that he just can't play the midfield role at all. The reason it wasn't working at the start is because Gusto wasn't in form yet. So when you don't have Reece James at right back, it looks like we get exposed defensively. But Reece James individually in midfield, he can do the role.
I just think it's. I just think. Listen, I don't know what it was yesterday that, like Ashraf said, I think that's his. I'm going to say this, and this is high of Reece James. I'm going to say 2 things about Reece James. I think that's his best ever performance at Stamford Bridge. I think I've ever seen, and also
He played good against Juve.
What about Juventus? Yeah.
No, but I mean,
Yeah,
sorry,
Juve.
midfield. I mean midfield.
yeah.
Sorry, I mean
Yeah,
midfield.
that was a sick game.
But the biggest compliment I can pay him is when we won the Champions League in 2021. Kante was the man of the match, but it was like there was 3 of him on the pitch against City, and that was like Reece yesterday. It was like like Olu said, this is a guy who I know he's been injury free for over a year now, but we're still
everyone still has.
We're still being careful with him, and he's had multiple. He was just out of this world, and like you said, Ashraf, and everyone's building up Rice versus Caicedo, and he still had Zubimendi and Enzo on the pitch. This guy's not even a midfielder.
No, but I also want to talk about the other
the
players as well. Like, as Arsenal fans, they know this because obviously we get hit with the stick all the time. Our defense, our goalkeeper. But I have to say, Reece James was helped by the fact that Sanchez made some fantastic saves.
His saves are not the best part. His claims, crossing claims.
You also, man, you know what Sanchez now? You don't. Our Chelsea fans, we don't even look at him as a bozo anymore.
No.
Like, he's getting to the point where
Sanchez when
I'm
he
getting
made that
used to him being good, which is weird.
His face on the line where he got kicked from Gyökeres. He literally put his face on the line.
By the way, the saves weren't top corner.
But it's not going to really improve, is it? You know,
those shots will easily go in if we're not careful, innit?
Can I say one thing on Sanchez? So I said this on Friday, and on Sunday it happened. Right, I call him the Jack of Kivia, and Ashraf, you understand this when I say this. He's gonna make one mistake in a match. It's gonna happen. And on Sunday he did it. He kicked the ball straight to Arsenal. I think it was to Eze.
Yeah.
He's gonna make one mistake.
Yeah.
If you don't concede from that mistake, he's gonna be fantastic for the rest of the match. I said about Kivio, I expect him to make one mistake, make it really early, and don't concede, and he'll be a fantastic defender. Sanchez yesterday, he made that mistake, and he just went right. He entered flow state. If anything,
and it's not even the saves he was making. The saves he was making were good. It's the fact that every time we tried to put crosses in, minus the goal, which he didn't come out for, every other cross, corner, set piece, whatever, he was coming out and claiming it with confidence. Killed one of our biggest like attacking threats, to be honest.
Yeah, chip
like,
through ball. Why do you guys love doing that, Ashraf? Why do you guys love doing that? No, it's like the
Love doing what?
triangle, and then you'll get Odegaard, and he'll do that chip through ball. That
It
chip
works
long.
sometimes when the player goes at the far post, but
That's
we
how they
didn't.
scored against
There was no
Tottenham.
one to
Once you
attack
just
against.
using it though, isn't it?
It's
You
cool.
kept using it.
Okay, I feel disgusted. Okay, I am now. I've glazed you Chelsea way too much now. This is
Yeah,
this is
honestly,
horrible.
man.
Now it's
No,
time
to
for me
be
to
fair,
be
No,
mean. I'm getting sick and tired of this now. No,
I will say this.
Whack. All right, he was whack.
He didn't have a
How about
good game.
that?
Man. He didn't have a
It
good
was
game.
terrible. You hyped him up to be something you couldn't do. Take him off your back.
I think both attacks were poor, innit? Both attacks were poor.
Dare you? You look like Martinelli.
Oh, Martinelli was one of the worst players on the pitch.
Oh, you know,
but look,
Nigga Ahmed Evolve. Is he Martinelli? I didn't even know he was playing until one moment he got.
I was shocked that he started. To be honest, I thought he'd.
Ahmed, I didn't know he was playing on my life. I was like, wait, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh shoot. Like Eze as well.
Even I was legit surprised, bro. Even I was legit surprised. Like, but like I was just surprised that he started. I feel like this season he's really shown he's more dangerous off the bench. So I thought you might at least start Madueke for a little bit, and then obviously if he's not working out, you can bring on your super sub, which is what surprised me, to be honest.
Did you guys?
But you know, Ahmed, it's
yeah.
No, I was saying, it's not even on the bench. It's the fact that even whether he's on the bench or he starts, it's when he makes those runs through the middle. If you keep him as a touchline winger, he doesn't know how to take his man. The only time he takes on his man is when it's like the Champions League and there's so much space. Then yes, he cooks the right back. But when he's in a Premier League game and he's on the touchline wing, like he never does well. But if you tell him, hey, make runs through the middle, he does that well. He times his runs well. He's spacey, obviously, he gets in. And the Madueke thing, by the way, I'll just say this last. I think Arteta killed us when he played him there because it now became like a 10 versus 10 game. When you take someone like Madueke and play him left wing, honestly, he went past Pedro Neto once when he put in a cross. Outside that, every other time he got the ball, pass back. You've basically taken his best attribute, which is cutting in and playing on his stronger foot, and taking that away by playing him left wing.
Did you guys
see?
When did you guys see with Madueke? You mentioned Madueke. Did you guys see the video of Palmer encouraging the fans to
Yeah,
that's
what gamesmanship, innit? It's probably boys, isn't it?
No. It's just funny. That was where I was sitting. He was looking at our section. He said to us,
"Oh, fair enough."
You know what? Again, that's going to go into the Arteta sort of. You know, Arteta, he's a madman. He's going to write all those down.
I'm going to record that. See what they're
doing
to you.
on the screen. He's going to record it. Go put on the screen. So I'm just saying, back in the Emirates. Exactly. Back in the Emirates.
No, I'm looking forward to the Emirates game because I feel like talking about Chelsea a bit and the message. I said send the message in terms of like I think a lot of teams now respect us in terms of. I think someone made a point before about Chelsea looking for that validation. I think to a certain extent that is the case because I feel like the fact Chelsea fans are saying we got a draw. Shout out to Andrew who's saying he's not happy with it. I'm not happy with it either. But I think the praise that comes from that is what's going to propel the team.
No, I don't. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Chase.
Yeah.
It's not these two because these two didn't have. I think it was the
like the Arsenal fans, isn't it?
It was it was just the ones who they talk to us like we're Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? They're
forced to be humble, innit? They're forced to say, "Yo."
It's like I don't care. You have every right the way you're playing to think you're going to beat us at Stamford Bridge, and your record there as well. You have every right to say that. I have no problem with that. When you start saying you're going to slap us 2 or 3-0, not going to get shot on target, go. And it wasn't all right. It was a fair few, but they're big in what we do, right? So they're going to get a lot of traction. But and then you're like, they don't even like afterwards. They don't really. They do the narrative of like you say, oh, you're celebrating a draw. They don't. It's just that. I don't like to say. I don't mind. Like I say, I don't mind you saying you're going to win. You have every right to do so. The way you're playing, you have every right to say that. But don't talk to me like I'm a Spurs fan. All right? Do you know what I mean? Just don't do that. And that's not a shot at Spurs. That's what it is. But that's just fact.
No.
Let me ask a question to Ashraf before he goes. Ashraf, obviously this draw won't mean much if you go in to win the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do what you've done of past and drop points in clusters? I mean, you drop points against Villa next week, and now it's like 3 draws in 4 or 3 draws in 5, which is not that good, is it? If we're being honest. Or do you think this is like hitting the road? You can win the next 2 games and see what happens to Chelsea and City. They'll probably drop points and you just keep moving. What do you actually think will happen?
No, I think it's the latter, not the former. Because this season, every time we've dropped points, we've gone on to win another 2-3 games in a row.
Yeah.
We've we've battled well from that. The City draw was disappointing. The Liverpool loss was disappointing. Sunderland draw also like happened at the international break. So there was 2 weeks of Arsenal fans and the players and everyone sitting festering on that, thinking, "Oh my
True,
God, that
true,
result
true.
was bad."
Yeah.
And we came back and we did really well, to be honest. So for me, obviously, it also depends. While I do think we have the best squad depth in the league, I hate the fact that it's getting tested every week. Like every week, we need to see our squad depth to the max. Like the Saliba knock came out of nowhere. Don't get me wrong. I rate Mosquera. I rate Hincapié. I don't think they should be playing together because of the experience or lack of experience. I think every time they've done well, they've had one of Saliba or Gabriel next to them. So we need Saliba back, obviously, for the next 2 fixtures. If he is back, I think we'll bounce back. And in the context of the Chelsea game, yes, it's 2 points drop because of the 10 men. But I think in the context of the season, we'll probably look back at it as we went away, we had a shit day, and we got a point. So
And
I
on the
do think it's the
contrary,
latter.
that's a good point. I think you responded perfect to that. What do you think about Chelsea? If you won the next 2 games after this, I think that'll say a lot about us. What do you think about that?
If you win the next 2 games,
Yeah, like if we beat Leeds.
yeah, I mean I actually
Leeds,
don't.
Wales,
I actually
Bournemouth.
predict that you'll drop points to one of the next 2 games. So if
Those
you
are
win the
2
next 2
tough games.
games,
I think people
then you're
expecting
serious.
Chelsea to drop.
Bro,
Yeah.
anyone who says they're gonna walk to Leeds and slap them up at their ground,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's not how the
delusional.
Premier League
Yeah.
works, man. Like it's away from home. They just lost 3-2. Leeds are not gonna look at the City game and say, "Bro, we just lost." They're gonna be defeated. They're gonna actually probably be motivated.
Or learn
They're
from
gonna
it,
say,
yeah.
"Yeah,
And
they're
if you
gonna
watch the
learn
Villa
from it."
game,
So,
if you watch, was it the Villa game?
Villa,
Who did they play at home recently before that? I think it was Aston Villa. It was
maybe,
2
and they
moments of
lost.
brilliance.
Oh yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
If you watch the
yeah,
games, I've said the point before, which is true. People don't watch these games. They just see
Yeah.
results and they go, "Oh, Leeds, they must have lost easily."
Yeah,
If you
6-0.
watch the Leeds Aston Villa game, that game was tight. That was a
It
tight
was.
game. Yeah,
If you win your next 2 games, I think you're serious.
So we
as
need
well,
to be
then. Like, I
careful.
think you'll be there
We
for
need to be
long.
careful. But yeah, Ashraf, I think if Chelsea and Arsenal both win the next 2 games, I think we are clear of everyone, in my opinion. Same goes for Man City, but I don't think we're all going to win 2 games. So let's see how the duck lays, innit? But big Ashraf for joining. We appreciate that.
Big up,
Good
big
Arsenal
up, guys.
POV.
Big Ashraf, man.
Getting on soon, man. So love for love.
Like Leeds
Enough.
will slip up, though. That's the thing. That's
But,
what
Ahmed, who would you say, other than Reece James, yeah, was your underrated performer on Sunday? Someone who no one's really mentioning, but without them, we maybe don't get the result we got in the end.
Ironically, I'm gonna probably say like Pedro Neto. Actually, I think Pedro Neto has been not spoken about enough. I think obviously there was the one chance where I felt like he should have really passed. It was like kind of like a
What's
final
he doing
attack.
there?
That one. But
What's
I think in general, in terms of pushing the ball forward, doing
Yeah.
a lot of the other stuff, right? Particularly, especially when we went down to 10 men, I felt like, bro, he was doing a lot of hard work on that one, hard work and graft. So I really should be. I feel like he deserves a lot of credit in that aspect, man, because he really did like his job of like just being a runner, which was really effective for him. I'm pushing us up the
That's
pitch.
why he plays a lot, Ahmed. People be like, why does he play? He's got no end product. But this is why, because even when he's having poor games, he's having good games because he's defending, he's running, and he creates opportunities for others because of that. Do you know what I mean? So he's like what's the word? Facilitator, basically.
I'm still annoyed about the fact that you put him in that combined 11 over Bukayo Saka on Friday. I mean, it's still disgusting you did that.
Huh?
I said on Friday when you still.
Is it though?
It's disgusting. Come on.
Can I just say, I saw the stat yesterday after the game, which was that was Saka's first assist.
Open play assist.
That's
So
what I was
in
saying. Like,
2025.
no. I understand that, Olu. I'm even giving that context, but I was like, that's a bit crazy. Like, I
No,
felt like he's done more.
he was injured for most of it, and when he
fair
came back, he was more of a goal scorer than a.
He's injured for most of it, yeah.
Well, it was from January on. Remember from last year till the PSG game he came back, which was towards the end of the season. But yeah, it was open play assist he hadn't had for a year, but he was scoring goals. So who's to complain? I'm gonna say again because I have to hate, right? I can't just blaze you guys like throughout the whole thing. I gotta say a couple of things. You guys got to do better with strikers because I know João Pedro started off as a house on fire when he first joined, but again, he is dropped off significantly. And you reminds me of It reminds me of Nkunku. What you guys did with Nkunku when he first came, and he was like, "Oh, he's going to be good," and then all of a sudden he was like, "No, we got to play him in a 10." And we got to play him somewhere else. And it feels like that's the case with him right now. He needs to step up, and I think Delap as well. I mean, I thought we got Brock Lesnar. You got the big show playing up front with him playing there. So
we got another,
I feel like
another weapon up front though. Mark Gu, man.
I
think
feel like Mark
that's
Gui, obviously.
that's the Undertaker there.
Mark Gui is a good option, obviously, but I think with Delap, I think it's more so he's come back from injury. I feel he's been out for a little bit, and I feel like at the same time he's coming in to a team where you're 10-man down. That's the only thing, and I feel like with him, I'm a bit more kinder to him than João Pedro because I feel like there's still like a developmental process that has to happen with him at the very least, right? Which is why I'm a bit more
because at least João Pedro was in the league performing against big team. This is like second season.
This is Delap's second ever season in the league, right?
He's just gone from Ipswich to Chelsea.
Exactly.
Like that's like going literally from like working in a corner shop in Ilford to working in Goldman Sachs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't give him the contract and the pressure and then complain about.
But I don't think we've given him the pressure. That's why I feel like you've got João Pedro there and you've got him there. I don't feel like there's any. I don't realistically put any pressure on him. If he scores 10 league goals for me,
that's not good enough. That's not good enough.
I have to say, for a guy that I brought for 30 million, yes, I think that's more than good enough.
I don't think so. I personally, because someone said Jackson, for all the slander you guys gave Jackson last season, which was rightfully deserved, right? Because he missed a hell of a lot.
No, but Ollie, can we not have this conversation?
No.
Played.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm
saying Jackson got stated because he was here for 2 years.
You'd want a clear upgrade on Jackson, right? Can you say Delap has been a clear upgrade?
Yeah, but it's Delap, Olu, I have to interrupt you. Delap was never going to be an upgrade on game week 10.
Sure, but I'm saying though, like again, you still in progressing. Okay, I'll go back to Arsenal. We bought Havertz, so it's probably not good. It's probably not the best example, but when we bought Jesus,
exactly.
When we bought Jesus, it was a clear upgrade on Lacazette, right? And then we've bought Gyökeres, who we're hoping is an upgrade on Jesus. And what was
Gyökeres? See, this is the thing, Ahmed Jay. I don't think Gyökeres is that much of an upgrade.
I said we hope, right? But what I'm saying is that I don't think Delap is significantly better than what you had with Jackson. But I can see why you guys didn't want Jackson because he made so many criminal misses that actually it made no sense trying to sort of
the difference is this, yeah. Delap's sorry, Ahmed. Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the difference is though. I think fundamentally, when we bought Delap, it was a different profile, bro. We need a different profile. The way we play right now is that we are trying to create for the striker now, right? I think the thing with Delap now is that his weaknesses are going to be more apparent, right? When you're not creating for him, because otherwise he's going to look like a bum. There's no other way to put it. He will look like a bum if you're not creating for him. A good example, like I'll give you a good example, right? The Wolves game, for example, right? In the Wolves game, for example. We didn't really create that much for him. He wasn't doing too much either, right? He looked like basically like a 4 out of 10 striker in that game, right? But if you put him in a game, for example, and obviously against Barcelona, he's got to tap in and all of that. But like if you create something like that for him, that's where he's gonna thrive. Otherwise, he's gonna look like a 2 out of 10. I think Jackson's and João Pedro, I think for me, is more so the Jackson replacement in terms of he can hold up the play and can bring guys into the team. Right? I'm not necessarily expecting him to be the strike force, maybe.
Ollie, to be fair, Chelsea don't have. We technically have 2 strikers, but João Pedro is not viewed as one of them. I think he's more viewed as the versatile player. Chelsea in the summer went to buy a versatile player and the striker. And the reason why Mark Gui came back is because Jackson left. If Jackson was here, Mark Gui wouldn't be here.
All I'm saying is this.
They said in the summer they were looking like they called it Swiss Army knife players.
Yeah, they wanted a João Pedro who could play different positions, which is smart because last season, like you said, Ollie, Nkunku is essentially a versatility player, but he's not good enough to be one because he can't play centre forward that well or left wing that well. He's literally only like a second striker, maybe.
All I'm gonna say is this: if João Pedro had a gun and he was pointed at me, I'll feel safe. That guy's not gonna shoot.
Nah,
Okay.
You know, part of it,
That's
Chance,
so
people
random.
forget that
Huh?
Del Pedro is carrying a knock, by the way. He's actually playing injured right now for us, bro. So he's not even fully fit.
He is. Obviously,
So
people
just
don't
also-
know that.
Everyone is carrying a knock, man.
Yeah, I would say everyone to a lot of
But he
players.
looks vastly different. I'll be honest. With the
Oh, you know,
knock,
there's a theory going around. Caicedo got sent off on purpose. Too, I'm
but
so he
like,
can get
that's the
arrested.
positive. That's only the positive of him getting sent off is that, you know, he's
No,
getting rest now.
facts.
3 game
Facts.
rest now. 3 game rest now.
I
It
know-
actually sounds that really bad, but genuinely, I'm happy. Low key, he needs to get a rest. Low key.
Listen, no, look,
He went
he doesn't
international
rest.
team and played every game, by the way. It's
The
peak.
most important thing for you guys will be obviously Leeds and the game after, right? So you got to keep the run going in terms of the score.
Leeds, Bournemouth, and Everton. That's what you've got.
Yeah,
The
man.
next 3
And
fixtures.
those are winnable games. So you know, listen, like I said, I thought Arsenal would win 2-1 on Friday. I still said it was going to be a hard game. It should prove to be a hard game. You guys deserve to feel the pride you have in your team. We're running back at the Emirates and see what happens. But listen, I'll let you guys enjoy dissecting the games between Chelsea fans, so there's non-Arsenal fans sort of trying to poke holes in certain things, because that's not what I'm gonna do. But yeah, listen, big up everyone. Again, enjoy. We'll run this back at the Emirates and we'll see how that pans out.
Be Ollie, man.
We'll speak soon, man. Love, guys, man.
Big up,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, man.
Let's get these Arsenal man out of here. Oh, he's still here. It's barely it. My bad. Anyway. Chelsea boys, let's gaze our team now, yeah? There's a part we could gaze our team for just for a little while longer. I don't know, man. We talk about Leeds a little bit because literally it's Wednesday. So it's literally in 2 days' time we will actually be finishing our game or during the game.
We'd
do you guys
I think we'd just be starting the second half right now.
Oh, so the game starts at 8, yeah?
8:15.
8:15.
I say
Is that on
15.
Sky? This one? Is this going to be on
Yeah,
Sky?
it's on Sky. Yeah.
It'll still be half time. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
what do you think we need to do to gain consistency? Because we know Chelsea drop off from now until Happy New Year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's peak.
I think.
How many
I
good
think-
Boxing Days have we had in the last 3-4 years? I can't think of one.
Mm.
How many? Boys,
can't
tell
Not that
me.
many, mate. Not that many.
Remember Wolves 2 years ago? We lost like 4-2, bro. Away. Remember that, Andrew? That was stinky. That was only 2 years ago.
I think what we need to do, because we're gonna see rotation in these games. We have to. We can't play the same. And obviously Caicedo has to be out anyway. So I think this is an opportunity for Andre Santos to like get into a stride. I think he's going to be played alongside. I think Endo's going to be dropped into the double pivot, and then obviously I expect Cole Palmer to start this game as well.
I don't.
So, pardon?
I don't expect him to start.
You don't expect? No, the reason I say that is because if Caicedo didn't get sent off, we had 11 men. I reckon he would have come on against Arsenal.
That's fine, and I agree with you. If he's coming against Arsenal, then I'd have more credence.
I
to
think
support the
he's
start.
had.
I think it's the other way around. I think because he didn't come in against Arsenal, he's going to come in against Leeds and start against Bournemouth. That's what I think he's going to do.
I mean, yeah, I hear that. I just think, for me, João Pedro is ineffective on the pitch. So I think you start him in the number 10, and then I'd personally start Delap.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I would have said. I would have started.
Yeah.
I think Neto, you can rest Neto in this game as well.
Yeah,
but
he was
we're not going to get.
Got nothing left.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're not gonna get like a clean 10 out of 10 performance against Leeds.
I'd start.
It'll be like Burnley.
So guys, we'll go through the team and stuff like that tomorrow if you guys are here. We'll talk about it. Would you change the midfield dynamic at all, defense?
I'd probably change. You have to change the midfield anyway. That'll be Andre Santos. Probably will come into that.
Yeah, of course.
For Caicedo. In terms of the defense, Fafana definitely is gonna probably get dropped for the game against.
He always changes the defense.
So it's probably gonna be. I think Badiashile might come back in for Leeds. You know, I think you probably bring Badiashile back.
Bro, tossing Badiashile at the back.
I think it'll probably be. You can put Chalobah to the right.
Yeah, but he's not starting centre back against Bournemouth when he not.
No, but he's no. The issue is
he's earned the starting position now.
Yeah, but that's fine. But you can play him on the right as well. That's the thing with him. So if you want to play Badiashile on the left, you put Chalobah on the right. The issue is
Exactly,
Chalobah's our most consistent centre back because he's fit. There's no issue.
Yeah, he never gets injured.
There's no fitness. There's no fitness worries with him. I wouldn't start tossing. I've got a feeling he might, though, because it is
I hope
Leeds.
not, Andrew. I hope not.
I
man,
know.
please.
I just got a feeling.
Because you know, guys, if you know ball, who do Leeds have, which is going to cause us problems? Say the name.
In Mecca.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
fast.
pacey
By the
guy.
way,
He's a
he's not
pacey
good.
guy, yeah.
In Mecca,
He's not good, but he's just fast.
The
And
thing is, man.
I
Go
think
ahead,
the
Sam.
issue. I think the issue. As much as they played well on yesterday, I don't think Fofana or Reece James will start on Wednesday.
nor do I.
Maresca said reshape.
No, wait, boys. We already know they're both definitely not.
No,
gonna
I
start.
just thought.
Yeah, Maresca
I
said
think Reece. I think
They're
they
not starting
might-
3 games in a row.
No, but I think they might start the 2 games after that, like Bournemouth.
Yeah, because we
Atalanta.
spoke in Andrew, Ahmed, and Jay. We actually all spoke last week, and we were trying to predict who would start, and we actually did say that James.
I
and
think we
Fana-
got. I think this is one time we got the predictions nearly, if not spot.
Yeah, we got it correct. I
Yeah.
think we all agreed. I think I said
Yeah.
that. I said, boys, I think they start both games, and we were like,
Yeah.
And in the end, it turned out they actually started both games. So
Yeah.
I think Badu Shile hasn't played since Burnley half time. He definitely plays. I think, God forbid, Tosin will play. I'm sorry, Tosin. Send against you. You're just too slow. And I think Hato comes in.
No,
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't make that many changes, would he?
no.
I
The
think
issue-
You
the
know
issue
what
is
I think
get
might
the-
come
you
in?
can't
Actually,
make-
Yeah, but then when would you play
Mate.
Hato then? Bournemouth. That's worse.
No, Cardiff.
Start Welland or
Cardiff.
bring Hatter on, I reckon.
Cardiff. Start
If
with
we're winning,
Cardiff.
they're like Burnley.
Wait, so when's Bournemouth on Saturday, no?
No, but
24.
what I'm saying is, you said when would you start Hato? You said when would you start Hato next, and I said
Yeah.
Cardiff. That's the League Cup.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about Bournemouth the game after next.
Yeah, but the issue is Ches. The issue is Ches. He makes constant changes, no doubt, to centre back pairing. You don't ask him to take a third change with a left back. That's just too much. You need a bit of continuity.
Cucurella also needs rest. I'm thinking. What are you saying,
But
Ahmed?
Cucurella doesn't need rest at all. No, listen. If Maresca thinks he needs rest, he'll rest him. You know what I mean? They're very good.
Did Cucurella play against Burnley?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been playing
Yeah,
consistently.
he needs to
pretty much.
rest, bro.
He can't. I'm sorry. He cannot rest.
No.
We
By the
need to
way,
win.
you know what
We
I'm
need to win against Leeds.
You know, when you win a league, we know your main team needs to play 80-90% of the season. I understand that, by the way.
If
I'm
he-
just
if
talking about
he's-
like.
If he's going to get a rest, it might not have been Cardiff. It might be Atalanta away, where Cucurella doesn't start. Doesn't mean he'll rest him. He just doesn't start. Do you know what I mean? If you want to rest him,
Next week, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, next Tuesday. If you want to rest, if you want to, here's an idea.
So we've got 3 games in a week.
Get 3-0 up, and then take Cucurella off and bring Hato on.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 20
that's
minutes.
That's what
You know what I
people
mean?
do.
Yeah,
That's
I
what-
think for me, I actually do think Gittins will probably get a start this game. You know,
Yeah, he will.
I think Gittins will probably start this game as well. That's one thing to think
I
about.
think Esteban. He might. I think he might start
He'll
Esteban.
start.
Ahmed, why would he start Garnacho? Why would he not start Garnacho?
I feel like Guarnacho's been doing the thing is one in, one out on a consistent basis. I would assume he would continue that as well against Leeds, you know.
Remember, getting
And the thing is, Leeds is a low block side, bro. I don't know if you want to be starting Garnacho against a low block of Leeds.
My midfield is my midfield. My issue is the midfield in terms of they have Tamaka. They've got
in Mecca or something. No.
yeah, they've got the who else they got?
Is it? They got some German guy. I think.
Oh, it's not Nonto because he doesn't start for them. But basically, they got very pacey wingers and quite athletic midfield. And what I don't want is tossing with Santos, not because Santos isn't good, but because tossing with a less experienced Santos in this league, it doesn't scream to me good enough to play. It's
They've
just
got
like,
long stuff. They got Dan James as well. I don't know if he starts.
because boys, what game did we see the other day? It wasn't even Karabakh. It was a game before that. We were just struggling. I think it was Wolves. You made all these changes. And
You
it's
don't
not
know.
fair.
That's why you have to balance out how many changes you make, right? Now, there's the change to bring in like a Badi Shaw or Tosin isn't too much. The change to bring in a Santos isn't too much because that's a necessity, right? Now, going forward, you have to bench, for example, someone like a Neto because he was on 0, bro, after that game. And he gave it everything. Same with Reece James. Like, you just want to make sure the team you're bringing in has somewhat played consistently and you know they can still do the job that you want them to do.
Do you know what?
of
Do you know what
course,
I say? Do you
they'll
know what I
have
say
their
though? Do you know what I say though? It's like with these games, these are the games where like you can't always expect like 10 out of 10 performance. Even against Burnley, like that wasn't a 10
Just
out
got
of
to
10.
get through it, really.
I'm
And
fine with
We
another
just
Burnley
done the job.
performance.
generally, yeah, that's what you just need. Yeah.
You was tweaking to the choir. We all know that.
I'm fine
We
with
know
that.
that.
I'm fine with
Yeah, but that's what I'm
talking-
saying. Like, even though like if we're gonna rotate, like
Yeah,
so
because
we
we're talking
can't- we
about
can't
5
really- you're saying
rotations.
No,
about
but Jay,
starting
when
off
I'm talking about rotation, I don't care about the performance. I couldn't give a toss.
well, no, but
As long
you,
as you
you,
said
you
decent
mentioned, I
level.
don't know if it's you mentioned. You said about starting off slow. I'm like, yeah, but as long as we get the
No.
result.
I said against Wolves, we were winning the game 3-0, and the subs we have in our squad together, it's just not good enough at the moment. We've seen it too many times this season.
The issue we're talking about
1-2
is
players, Andrew, cool. When you bring like five
but
guys,
we're talking about. I think I've added. We're like talking about 5 players. It's like half the team.
that's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
That's not a
Like-
good thing.
No, that's what I mean. If you want, I think he's going to make. I think maximum he's going to make 4 changes.
Okay, Andrew,
Should
cool.
we name the
He
players?
makes
Should we name the
4.
players?
What
We
4
need to-
need to go on? What 4 like on FIFA and yellow need to go up to green? Who needs to rest?
Santos.
Neto.
Santos needs done. Oh, sorry. What do you mean? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Need a rest. Need a rest.
Need a
Who
rest.
needs to come in and rest? Who needs to rest?
Neto
So
needs to rest.
Neto,
Yeah.
James.
Reece James,
James.
Fofana.
Yeah.
Maybe Cucurella. I don't know. I think Cucurella. I think I put Cucurella. in there.
I would say
Yeah.
Cucurella, Andrew. That's what I'm saying. I think he is part.
Yeah.
No,
'cause he-
I don't
he
know.
plays-
No, because you can't make too many changes to the back four.
Really is too important to the team, I'm afraid.
You're already making a centre back change.
Who's too
Can't
important?
make another left back change.
Cucurella is too important to the team,
It's
man.
too
You can't-
important.
I know, but that's why I want
And
him
like,
to rest.
listen, I want Hatter to get minutes. Like, I know Surfer would know this. Yeah, I've always said we need to give Hatter minutes if you want this guy to improve.
It's not
But
right
against
now.
Leeds, but against
not
Leeds, you can't do that, bro.
Also,
It's
I
just
don't
Leeds
know.
can't do that,
So I
bro.
don't know if he starts, but Dan James, he's rapid as well. Does he start for Leeds?
No, he doesn't start.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with their
Okay, because they've got him in the squad.
Dan
He's
James
rapid,
doesn't
isn't he? So
start.
he's gonna run up and down. But okay, fair enough.
but
I know who they
this-
have. But I can't remember their names. That's
The issue is this: is like you want, unlike see, the problem with our performance against Burnley wasn't the performances that we didn't kill the game.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Tomorrow should be respecting the opposition, but looking for a similar type of performance against Burnley, where it's not a lot of thrills, but a really controlling pace of it. But take our chances, so that, like we said earlier, if you're up by 3 goals and there's like 75 minutes gone, then you take a Cucurella out, then you take a whoever out. Do you know what I mean? Just rotate it that way, and you give them the minutes. Then same way against Bournemouth, again another controlling performance. How many? If we're 2 up and there's like 50 minutes ago, take Cucurella off and stuff like that. That's what should be happening.
I personally would not change much about the midfield other than Santos.
He's got no options.
Yeah, and because
Think
Asugo is
about it.
back, but he's not back to play
Oh,
yet.
he's only just
The
returned.
only other thing you can, the only
No,
other
he's
thing
back in training, which means he could probably get minutes, maybe Bournemouth and maybe.
I wouldn't say right
the
now.
only, other
Probably
thing,
like,
the only other thing he could do, which I don't think he'll do, and I don't want him to do, is if he doesn't want to go Santos, he could put Gusto in midfield, then put like Chalobah or Josh at right back. But I wouldn't want him to do that.
I wouldn't put it past him. Do you know what
Listen,
I mean? I wouldn't put it past
the main thing is, here's the problem. I don't yet trust the squad to get over the line in terms of these small games. I think if I did, I wouldn't really care. I'll do an Arsenal fans is like, play whoever you want, we'll get a win. The problem is deep down, I don't really trust the squad players,
None of
and
us
we
do.
can't go have a performance against Arsenal and then not get a win versus Leeds.
Do you know what you just said? You know what you just said about Santos actually?
Yeah,
He does play Santos. I know Reece will probably be on the bench, but there's actual no midfielder on the bench if you play Santos.
That's actually true.
yeah, because Labia's out. Asugo is
So
not
that
back.
Gusto thing, maybe.
Well,
actually-
Asugo, he won't start, but can he not make the bench?
I don't know if he's fit enough to make the bench yet. I don't know.
He might be.
What I'm saying is if he
Yeah.
doesn't, if he
Yeah,
doesn't,
he
To
also
what
needs
Jay
be
to-
honest, you know what I'm saying? He might because he's
what
in
Jay just said
team
about the
training.
Gusto
No, the only other thing as well.
I think
people
Asugo could be back because he's in team training, not individual. He's in team.
No, the only other thing as well.
We don't know, innit? We don't know.
I'm not saying we should do this. If we need to bring him on, can't Josh play midfield?
Josh Campbell, he won't do it because you don't experiment in the league. You'd experiment in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup.
I don't think maybe I don't know if Jay probably wrong. Do you mean like starting him or just like
No, definitely not start him. I'm saying bring him if we need to, last
start.
10 minutes. We need to,
If anybody playing midfield, it'll probably be like someone like Chalobah.
No,
Really?
No, he's not playing
No.
midfield.
Because I tell you why,
Barring.
Chalobah's not got the peripheral vision to
Yeah,
notice
that's
it.
definitely true.
Like-
And the
like,
passing, the ability
Yeah,
to pass.
He's too slow.
As a
He's too
DM,
slow.
Chalobah's better as a DM. Not
His
box to
reactions are too slow.
I think Santos will definitely start this game. There's no other option. I think it's just whether or not like who we need to bring on if things are going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
What? What was that?
I don't know, man. Huh?
No, it sounded like someone coughed to try to say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm coughing bears. I'm better on it.
Oh right. Okay.
But
You okay? Breathe. Yeah.
hey, I'm just taking a piss. Sorry, boys. I've actually got a cold, but now you reminded me I've got a cold. So thanks, Jen and Andrew, for reminding me I'm coughing.
Mate, I'm ill as well. I've got my nose is blocked. So-
Bro, can you not hear me? I'm finished.
Yeah.
But for the love of the Chelsea, I had to talk to you boys. I love the game too much. No pun intended.
man.
Anyway, yeah, Leeds, boys. I'm not gonna lie to
Get
you.
yourself one of these.
What's that?
Is that Vix?
It's too late now. The
Silence.
shop's
Big
closed
six,
now.
No. I tell you, block nose. No, don't worry about any other medication. If you have a blocked nose, get that. Even for a few hours, it just.
What's it called? Wait. Let me take a picture. Hold on. Sinex Suva. I can go back and watch the video anyway. But yeah, cheers.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, right. Even if you. Even for a few hours, you need an unblocked nose if you got a cold. I don't know what we're saying. Do you know what I
Having an
mean?
unblocked nose when you're trying to sleep, it's the longest thing.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah,
You can't sleep. Sorry, Jess. Talk about football.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. I was going to say last few minutes. It's fine. By the way, Don's on Big Six. He's 6. So I hope
Yes, he is.
And I know he will do his team on there. And you know what Don's like already. This is funny. This is
Whoa. Tough of it. You get kicked out, mate.
Would you mind kicking out Andrew for me?
You need to make
You
it
know
like
this
100.
guy.
You need to make a rule.
Hey, by the way,
Jealousy-
love for the $10, by the way.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
jealousy is such a bad thing. You should Chelsea perspective. You should move on by now. That's all. You know what I mean?
No, Angie, Chelsea, feel free to. Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
$10. Remember in pounds. it goes down to about
Andrew's worth more than
£7.50,
$10. To be fair, Andrew, do you think you're worth more than $10?
It'd be for about $9 more than what it usually is about me. So.
No,
I
thank you
remember
so much for the super chat. But it could be nice.
Converted to sterling, it's like £7.50 or something like that. So
Hey, Andrew, it's $10 to me. Do you know what I mean? $10 to me.
Cool. It won't be after. It won't be
It's
after.
100. It's priceless. Do you know
It
what I
won't
mean?
be after
Anyway,
YouTube. After YouTube take their cut, it won't be. So it's all
all
good.
love my people. I know he's joking. I was joking. Be up,
Yeah,
my
of course
guy.
I know it is. I know.
Yeah, but boys, I feel like we need to back up that performance. I was about to say win performance with a win versus Leeds. I think the Bournemouth game, boys. The Premier League is tough. I wouldn't be annoyed if we drew at Bournemouth, though.
I would. I'll be honest, because I think
Would
again,
you?
if you want to talk about like progression, where this squad, how far this
It's
squad,
beating Leeds or drawing against Bournemouth. Terrible.
I
think for me, it's about
if we're gonna be in this like
Obviously, how we play is important. I'm just saying that the results.
yeah,
2-1
I think for me, you know.
No, but Angie, let's say we did 1-0, 1-1. Would you be like, 2 draws in a week?
Yes, I'd be
Yeah,
devastated.
You need to be consistent now, bro. That's the thing. If you want to say,
I would be
if you wanna say we win
devastated.
the title,
We're not going to win every game.
if you want to say that we're going to be going to the next level of like title contenders, but we have to be consistent, man. And I think for me, win against Leeds and win against Bournemouth is very key to like showing we can do this now in this period, which we are most to fall apart in. So
I know Leeds had a good second half against City, but City should have pummeled them in the first half. But even before that, Leeds aren't on a good run, so we should be going there. We should be going there not like slap. I'm not going to say slapping them because that's wrong, but we should be going there looking for a controlled performance. And Bournemouth are on a very bad run as well. Bournemouth are on a bad run as well. We should be going there.
Yeah, but like the comment said above, Andrew, when it comes to Christmas time, you know what Chelsea loves.
First of
Yeah,
all,
but that's what we're saying. That's what we
Right,
need
but
to
that's
get
what
out
I'm
of.
saying.
Bro.
We love giving gifts. What, you want 3 points?
But what we're
Yeah,
saying,
but that's the point. We need to get if you want to see how far this squad's progressed, we need to get out of that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
mind drawing to a Man City, etc. in this period. I don't know when we play Man City, but At the same
It's like in
time,
a few weeks. It's a few weeks. Like 2
yeah,
weeks.
but we can't like Bournemouth, Leeds. Their managers on the brink of getting sacked. Apparently,
we need to win. We need to win these 2 games because we've got Newcastle. No, we've got Everton. We should be Everton at home, and then we've got Newcastle. I think the next.
No, but Andrew,
game after.
like we always say, momentum in football is massive. Like if you win,
Exactly.
you win Leeds, Bournemouth, you get a good result against Atlanta. Now Chelsea looking very formidable.
Well, think about it, right? Think about it.
And that's
Probably
all
not-
different
it's
range
probably-
of teams, and you're winning.
There's probably not a big chance of this happening, but Arsenal played Brentford. Brentford are a very organised side. I don't think they'll drop points like Brentford, but they then have Villa next Saturday at lunchtime.
Yeah, I know.
So it's imperative that we not think about whether they're going to drop points, but if they do, it's to take advantage of that. Do you know what I mean? It's to take advantage, to narrow the gap and put some doubt in
the
their
reason
mind.
why you guys are correct is because if they did drop points and we drop points against Leeds, we'll be so disappointed because you'll be like, if we just beat
if we
Leeds,
drop points against Leeds, this whole like proud performance shit against
that's
Arsenal.
what I'm saying to you guys. It's pointless.
Same way we were saying if we lost to drop points to Burnley, the Arsenal a result against Arsenal means nothing. It's the same here. It's just afterwards.
Exactly.
Getting a point against Arsenal and then dropping points to Leeds. That means the Arsenal result means nothing.
100%. But yeah, let's end off here, man. Let me go rest up.
Right.
I love everyone for joining. I didn't really hit the likes today, but it is what it is. You guys are nice anyway here being here. Love Dom for the redirect as well. Thank you, Armin, for joining as always. Andrew, as always, and Jay, as always. I'll probably do a quick show tomorrow, doing a preview of the Leeds game. Probably get update. I think the press conference is tomorrow, boys, so we'll get more updates on the team.
Yeah, I'll listen to that.
Sugo. Don't be surprised, Andrew, if I'm right for the 3rd time this week, Andrew, and Sugo's fit. I wouldn't be surprised. But love Andrew, love Jay,
Take care,
love Ashraf, love Oli for joining. Love everyone joining, man. It's really good to have you here. We'll see you tomorrow for the preview of Chelsea versus Leeds. Up to Chelsea, and in a bit. Safe.